to our special board meeting. Please rise so we can honor our flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, I'm glad to see you guys made it through the storm. That's what we are. We're Buffalo strong. We can handle a little snow.
And a Bill's loss.
Well, that's just a postponement. They're still teaching us how to persevere. We're not going to bring that up. Board members, before we move to the next level, I need to board to entertain a motion to set aside all agenda items and to consider the consent agenda at this time, with the exception of the resolution and the unfinished business.
So moved.
Larry Scott, second by Paulette Woods. Any discussion?
And the speakers.
And the speakers.
Oh, and the speakers. I'm sorry, back up. I'm sorry, and the speakers. We do have a speaker here? Okay. Sorry, my apologies. So let me do that again. May I have a motion to set aside all other agenda items except resolution, unfinished business, and our speakers,
And consent agenda.
and the, and the consent agenda. Thank you.
So moved.
Larry, second, Paulette. All in favor? Any discussion? No. We're all in agreement. That's why we're here. So first of all, this is a special board meeting for the purpose of doing the business associated with last week due to the storm. As the record reflects, that was the reason why we did not have our meeting, because we do believe in making sure that we stay on task. Our speakers, since we have one, Dr. Nadine James, please come to the podium.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for coming.
Esteemed leaders of Buffalo Public Schools, thank you for this opportunity. I commend you for the strides that you have already made in the previous. We've got a $2.2 trillion gap, and I need your help to close it. That's the estimated loss to the U.S. economy due to disparity in educational excellence. This gap isn't just a number, it's a barrier to our nation's progress, predominantly affecting Blacks, Latinos, and marginalized students. This is alarming not only because of the financial impact, but because it also hinders our global competitiveness and our ability to solve complex problems now and in the future. I strongly believe
With that said, we're going to move down. I need a motion to accept the minutes from our previous meetings, December the 20th of 2023 and January the 2nd of 2024. So Jennifer, Board Member Makuzi, second by Board Member Shuda. Any questions or concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next, our consent agenda. May I have a motion to accept the consent agenda? Dr. Brown and Board Member Shuda. Let's move forward. Any exceptions or any questions? Anybody have, is anything on the sheet? No? Okay. All right. So let's move forward. What we will do is what we normally do. We will pass the consent agenda. Then we will talk about our the resolution that's out there. From there, we will go into, I would entertain a motion to go into executive session. So may I have, would you please poll the board?
On the consent agenda, how do you vote? Board Member Evans Brown?
No exceptions.
Board Member McCosey?
No exceptions.
Board Member Shuta?
No exceptions.
Board Member Scott?
No exceptions.
Board Member Woods?
No exceptions.
And Board President Bell, no comment.
No exceptions.
Okay, and the consent agenda passes.
Thank you. May I have a motion to excuse two board members, Terrence Hurd and Board Member Cindy McKetchin?
So moved.
Moved, second by Paulette Woods. All in favor? Any
Aye.
opposed? Thank you. Moving forward, we are expecting Dr. Revere any moment. At this point, board, I have a motion to go into executive session to discuss number one, pending litigation. And
Sure. Resolution.
The resolution is done after the consent agenda. The resolution is done after the, welcome, Doctor.
We just revoted on the consent agenda,
Right.
so we can do the resolution now.
Oh, you want to do the resolution? Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Thank you for helping me, I appreciate it. A little crazy today. All right, so we have a resolution that was proposed by, or was submitted to the board by Jennifer McCooley. Would you please read your resolution and talk a little bit about it? Thank you. A little crazy too.
So this resolution is basically to begin the work of presenting a land acknowledgement before every board meeting. And we wanted to make sure that we didn't just put something out there, so we've been floating a resolution to key stakeholders, community members, folks that are part of, and I don't want to seem ignorant, but that there's apparently, you know, just the things that we need to talk about. Is it Native American? Is it American Indian? Is it Alaskan? There's so many different, you know, terms that are being put out there. So this is part of why we have to go into, we have to put this resolution on the table to just begin the work of drafting something where people can really put together the acknowledgement with every stakeholder on board. I will read this. It's again been floated by many folks, especially the Native American Parent Group, Native American Parent and Student Committee. It says, whereas the Buffalo City School District is committed to honoring the rich cultures of all American Indians and Alaska Natives, and in particular the First Nation peoples of Western New York, including the Seneca Nation of Indians, the Tuscarora Nation of New York, and the Tonawanda Seneca Nation. And whereas under the Constitution of the United States treaties are the highest law of the land, the district acknowledges its obligation to follow the state and federal laws and policies ensuring, protecting, and maintaining treaties governing the relationships of the local nations. And whereas American Indians and Alaska Natives retain until this day a deep cultural relationship with their ancestral lands. And whereas American Indians and Alaska Natives were the original stewards of their ancestral territories, that by dispossession became Buffalo, New York. And whereas the district is dedicated to joining with others to acknowledge centuries of displacement and injustice inflicted upon our First Nations peoples and nations of Western New York. And whereas the district is committed to expressing such an acknowledgement in the most respectful way in the name of our students, staff, and school community. And whereas the district acknowledges the current need for healing and a restored relationship with the American Indians and Alaska Natives, our First Nation students and their families. Therefore, be it resolved that the district engage with stakeholders from the local First Nation peoples, communities, and nations in order to best learn of the most appropriate expression that acknowledges their original ancestral relationship with the lands on which we now live and upon which our schools were built. And be it further resolved that the district prepare by the end of the first semester of the 2023-2024 school year a draft land acknowledgement statement recognizing the indigenous peoples whose homelands were forcibly taken in the past, and that such statement upon approval be placed on the agenda and spoken at each regular or special business meeting of the Buffalo Board of Education. And be it further resolved that the district prominently publish the approved land acknowledgement statement in and throughout its publications, website, schools, and central office buildings. That was a lot. Any discussion? I know people had said that they wanted to help to sponsor it, but had like sent me direct messages, so I wasn't sure, you know, who had made sure Dr. Kareski's knows.
They're all on.
Yeah, we're all on it. And Lisa, yeah, Lisa had that information.
Okay.
So if there's no further discussion, okay? Yeah, I'm getting there. It's one of them days, trust me. Mary, would you please poll the board?
We need to motion.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Motion. Can we have a motion to accept the resolution? Just second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. I'm sorry. You have to forgive me today. I'm a little off today. Rightfully so, right about now. Okay. Thank you.
On the resolution, how do you vote on Board Member Evans Brown?
Yes.
Board Member McCosey?
Yes.
Board Member Rivera?
Yes.
Board Member Shuta?
Yes.
Board Member Scott?
Yes.
Board Member Woods?
Yes.
And Board President Felton Coffin.
Yes. Thank you.
And the resolution passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, motion.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to also put on the record that we're going to continue our February the 1st day of International Day of the Hijab this year within our school system. That was a resolution that was passed many years ago, and each year it has gotten bigger and bigger. And so we're gearing up our momentum. Madam Superintendent, I need your assistance with making sure that the principals and the information that we pull together this week is out to them so that we can respect our young ladies that wear their head coverings. Okay, so now, so we're in a hurry to get out of here, right? No. I'm in a hurry to get to this executive session, that's for sure. Okay. May I have a motion to go into executive session to discuss pending litigation in New York State Supreme Court with index numbers 810107/2014 and 813409/2020. Number 2, pending litigation before the New York State Division of Human Rights with case number 102-14446. 3, proposed litigation, and 4, matters leading to the appointment, employment, and assignment of a particular employees. C. Paulette Woods, second by Jennifer. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No, okay. So with that said, we're going to go into executive session. Following executive session, we will come out, we will do our bereavement, and we will conclude our meeting, okay? Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Board went into executive session and did not take any action. Under our unfinished business section, I have a motion to authorize the district to fully settle pending litigation in New York State Supreme Court with index number 810107/2014 and the amount not to exceed $17,500. Paulette Woods and Terry Shearer. Okay. All in favor? Any?
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ben, we should have waited on you, my apologies. Okay, Ben. So just to recap, in case you missed, we just, authorized a settlement of $17,500. Can I have a motion authorizing the district to fully settle pending litigation in New York State Supreme Court with index number 813409/2020 in the amount not to exceed $9,000? Larry, Jennifer, any, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, finally, can I have a motion authorizing the district to fully settle pending litigation between the New York State Division of Human Rights with case number 102144446 in an amount not to exceed $45,000? At the same time, Ann and Kathy. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. With that, we've taken care of that. Without further ado, if all minds are clear, can we do our bereavement? And, we can end our session today.
Okay, can we
Thank you, board members.
Our heads, bereavements, January 17, 2024. December 23rd, James Singletary, retired BPS administrator. December 25th, Ophelia C. Nicholas, first African-American female principal in upstate New York at Buffalo Public Schools, number 48. December 26th, Mary Jo Conrad. December 26th, Linda Renzanski, aunt of Darlene Jesenowski, chief of school leadership. December 29th, Patricia Gee, retired special ed coordinator. December 29th, Rebecca Amaker, mother of Constance Moss, retired associate superintendent of shared accountability, aunt to Regent Catherine Collins, cousin to retired principal Laura Harris. January 3rd, Guy Latonia, retired systems analyst, husband of Margaret Latonia, retired human resources department employee. December 9th, Judith Fiber, mother of Allison LaRuffa, school psychologist at school number 156. And finally, January 11th, Stephanie Ann Barber Jetter, longtime advocator for Buffalo Public Schools and education throughout Western New York. May we bow in silence? Amen. May I have a motion to adjourn? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Board members, we're gonna take you out with security.
You didn't get those taxes?
Stuff to look at around here, so you can get your coats down.
It was girl. She was, ASM over a lot of my schools. Not as bad as everybody. Very good. That card.